now that, you know, my health and body and mentality is in check, it's just like, I think that is what really, really made my business just take off, because now I'm in a spot where I feel so good in my body, and that I know I can 110% confidently coach anyone and try to get them to be their best self. Whereas before, there was still some issues where if I was coaching you, I wasn't 100% mentally there, so I couldn't necessarily provide the best coaching that I can now, just because now I'm in a place that I really truly think that I've like mastered what balance and maintenance is, and fitness and enjoying a life too. And that's what I think everyone needs.
And I think balance is a really interesting thing to bring up, especially as an entrepreneur. How do you maintain balance in your life with so much of your life being fitness? And even earlier, you talked about having to turn down clients. What does that look like for you, as far as not just balance in nutrients and all of that, but just overall balance in your life?
Yeah. And so that having like balance overall between your job and fitness is going to be huge, and making it into a lifestyle. So, you know, I work in the mornings every single day. Basically, I, you know, will work 8 till like 2 to 3-ish, and then that's when I take my time to go to the gym. I take about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the gym, because I typically film. I don't work out that whole time, but usually when I'm like wanting to get my videos in, I make a time block for that. So I have that scheduled into my day, and typically I work out at the same time every single day. That's just how it works for me and what I like best. And I kind of structure, you know, my meals around that. And since I work at home, it's pretty easy for me to, you know, fit the food that I need to fit in the day. But, you know, if something arises and my friend's like, hey, you want to go hiking? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Or if my friend's like, want to go out of town this weekend or want to do this, it's really awesome because I am really flexible and I can still go out of town while still getting my work done. I just have to make sure, you know, that I have my laptop with me, that I am going to be responding back to my clients, just because I am constantly working. That is one thing I did struggle with like the first couple months, is that I am getting emails, I am constantly getting texts, and I am getting check-ins throughout the day. And if I didn't respond to them right away, I was like, oh my God, like they're going to hate me, like they're not going to like me kind of thing. I've kind of figured out that, you know, as long as I respond back to them within a couple hours, like it's totally okay. Like they understand, you know, I still want to be able to do things in my life other than work and go to the gym.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I take, you know, a few hours out of the day to go do something with my friends, then that's okay. But I just have to make sure that I am prioritizing my clients, that right when I get home that day, straight on my laptop. I don't mess around. I don't go to the gym first. I do my work, and I get back to my clients and answer any questions they have or do their check-ins with them, because they're the ones who are paying me and they're what make my business go around. And if I'm not prioritizing them, then, you know, obviously they're, you know, not going to want to continue working with me if I'm not responding back to them for a couple days. So I always make sure, you know, that I'm putting them first. But if there are things in the day that I'm wanting to do, then I do them, because I think it's important that you're still going to enjoy your life and that your day isn't just work and fitness. And I think the first like month or two, I wasn't doing anything else. And I was like, okay, I really need to start doing other things. And like, I love both of those things, but you know, you need more for your life and you need to be around people and have conversations and that kind of thing. So did that answer that question?
Yeah, no, that was perfect. That was perfect answer. I think my very last thing, and this is my favorite question ever, and I think I'm going to make sure I ask everyone this, is what advice would you give to your previous self? I think we kind of went over this, but just like in a nutshell, what advice would you give to your previous self? And it doesn't matter when in your life it was. It's just something you would tell younger MacKenzie.
You know, I honestly, if I looked back and I told myself something, it would be not so dang hard on yourself. I was so hard on myself with everything, and it really made me like miss out on a lot of things and miss out on like who I was truly like trying to be, just because if I messed up on one little thing, for instance, in cheer, or if I got a B on a test whenever I wanted to get an A, I was always so hard, so down on myself, very, very negative. And I just wish I was more positive towards myself, wasn't always critiquing myself and pulling myself down, because I think it really like impacted me for a really long time in my life. And if I would have just turned like some of those negative thoughts I had into positive ones, like, okay, well, you'll do better on the next test, or okay, it was one little mistake in the cheer routine. You know what? It's not a big deal. Everybody makes mistakes. Or okay, you know, I woke up feeling bloated and ugly today. It's not that big of a deal. Like, like that. Like, you know, it's
life is too short. Treat yourself like crap.
If I would have just been able to turn those negative things in my head into positive things, I think that my life would have not been, not that my life was hard at all, but like, I just really wish that I wasn't always so hard on everything that I did. Like, it's like I had to critique myself for everything and I could never accept it. And if I made a mistake, it was always so hard for me to be like, okay, like it's not a big deal, it's fine, move on. Whereas now, if, you know, I'm having a bad day, I'm like, you know what, this happens. It's okay to have bad days. We're all going to struggle. We're all going to have times that, you know, are not going to go as planned. And I wish I would have just kind of used setbacks as comebacks and just come back even stronger if I was set back and someone, but I didn't know how to do that then. And
I think you've done it now for sure.
Yeah.
You showed yourself.
Yeah.
And anybody else who ever doubted you. I don't know.
Yeah. I think, you know, like I said in the beginning too, we're always going to be our biggest critics, and it's something that's just human nature, and we're always just harder on ourselves than anyone else is going to do. And another thing that I kind of would wish that I would have done is also talk to myself like I was my own best friend. Like, you know, you're always going to hype up your best friend. You're not going to tell your best friend that she looked ugly or she did this or this bad. You're going to be like, girl, you go. You look awesome. You're beautiful. You're going to encourage her and empower her. And I wish, you know, I would have tried talking to myself that way throughout all my life. And like now I do. And it makes me so much happier as a person. But it's something that I think a lot of us females really need to do. Like, you need to talk yourself up. Like, and it's not even cockiness. It's just going to help you with your overall confidence, being like a human, which is going to transpire into your relationships, into your career. If you're in school, with your work, just anything that you're doing, having overall confidence in yourself is going to help you to become a better person.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that's all. I feel like we went through everything. So is there anything else that you want to, I don't know, I didn't practice how to end this. So is there anything else you'd want to say to my tiny audience? It's not as big as your audience at all.
Hey, you have to start somewhere. Well, touching on just like everything that I do as a whole, I guess finding the person that you truly are and what makes you happiest is honestly going to be your key to success. And whenever we are graduating from college, it can be a time where we don't know exactly what we are wanting to do. It's kind of like an exploring phase. We're exploring what we like, what we're interested in, you know, what makes us happy, what we're passionate about, all of those things. And sometimes, you know, you're going to find yourself maybe in a career that you don't necessarily like, that is not for you. And I did that. I was working at ASU as a strength coach, and it wasn't what I loved. I knew I wasn't making an impact on people, and it wasn't fulfilling me. I knew that I had bigger dreams and aspirations than working in and people would think that this was an amazing job, like working in a college with athletes. But for me, I knew that just correcting people's exercise form was not something I wanted to do the rest of my life. Yeah. So my biggest piece of advice is to do what makes you genuinely happy. And if you're in a job or career that you don't have to stick with it. Like, even if it's paying the bills right now, find something that you are going to wake up every single day and say, I want to do this. I am so excited to go to work and to do this job because it's going to make your life so much more enjoyable. Because if you're doing something every day that you hate, then your life is just going to feel like a drag and you're going to only live for the weekend. And you can't live for the weekends.
Yeah.
You have to live for every single day. And I think that really starts with doing something that you truly enjoy.
That is so good. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, I'm going to pray to God that this actually recorded. So if it didn't, then even if it didn't, this was amazing. And I already feel like really excited and just, I already worked out this morning, so I'm probably not going to work out again. I'm already sore, but I'm just going to go and like live my life and be really excited because you're inspirational and awesome.